How you doing? Just having some coffee, and I want to thank you very much for watching my first video on how the perception of belief really works. And I got a lot of response from that. I'm just really thrilled on the videos on this video and how it's doing. On this, I want to continue. I want to continue on this subject, and I'm going to call this part 2, how the perception of belief really works, and we will take it from there. But I want to ask you a question first before we even get started. The question is this: why do you believe what you believe? What I mean by that is, what I'm saying, why do you believe what you believe? I'm not saying it could be anything. Why do you believe in a certain religion? And why do you believe in a certain philosophy? Or why do you believe in a certain, something as simple as, you know, I'm going to be going somewhere and I know I'm going to get there, and you're not sure you are, but you believe it, okay? So that's the question that I'm going to ask in this video, which is going to be related to how the perception of belief works in your life and in anybody's life. So if what I'm done with this video, I mean, you can do it now, but really I kind of want you to focus. When I'm done with this video, I want you to write down why you believe what you believe. And then after you write that down, after you write that, the list of things of why you believe in a certain religion, a certain person, a certain lifestyle, any of those factors. Once you do that, then I want you to read it, and I want you to say, I want you to answer that question. Why do you believe that? And majority of people believe certain things because they are taught to believe that, okay? So when I was a little kid, I grew up a Catholic, and we, as children, you know, young, we were 8, 9, 10, 12 years old, we believed that because our parents said, well, this is what you need to believe. This is what we believe. And then it follows suit of generation after generation after generation. And everybody kind of follows suit, and that's what they follow. Does it make it right? Does it make it wrong? I can't really answer that question. That question can only be answered by you. Okay? What is right and what is wrong for you? I know what is right and what is not right for me. Okay? But I don't impose that on you, because that's not my right to do that. Okay, your belief system is your belief system. But what I want to get at is this: why do you believe what you believe? And if you believe what you believe because that's what you were taught, not what you feel in your gut or your heart, or as a metaphor, your soul, then you might want to question that. You might want to say, well, listen, you know, my parents wanted me to believe a certain way, and that's how I grew up. And so, because of that, we have populations that believe certain belief systems, because it's family generated. It comes through. It's one thing after another, and that's what you believe. So, what I'm getting at is this in this video: when you finally target and finally figure out why you believe something, then you will know yourself, okay? Once you really nail it down and say, I know for certain why I believe this. Okay, let me stop for a second. Every once in a while I stutter in my videos, and I don't go back and I don't correct it and I don't edit it, because I want to bring information to you. I'm not into making a fancy, you know, clean-cut video. It's about what I'm trying to get to you. I stutter because I stutter. So we'll leave it at that. So if you hear me hiccup and say a certain word here and there, that's just part of my personality. Onward we go. So if you can write down why you believe it, okay? Why I believe something, or why I don't believe something. If you can write down and you can hone in and figure out, okay, I don't believe this because of these facts. Or I don't believe this because of this information. Or I do believe this because of this information. And I do believe this because of the facts. Okay? Me and my philosophy, which I call Common Point, which, as you know, my book is coming out sometime, hopefully this coming year. I follow the facts. The philosophy follows the facts. bring me the facts. And when I have the facts and all the knowledge, I can discern somewhat the truth. Not always, but most of the time I can get the truth out of what I'm trying to figure out, okay? So in my book, I talk extensively about what I believe the truth is in my mind, okay? So when you can bring the truth to yourself, your truth about yourself, who you are, not what you appear to be or what you want to be, but who you truly are as an individual, your internal workings. This is who I am. This is my character. This is my personality. This is my sexuality. This is my, these are all the things that make me who I am, okay? And the closer you get to the truth within yourself about those realities, the more genuine you will be, okay? So when you get to the point when you are in your own mind and you believe it and you live it, walk the walk, and you have a genuine, you are genuine in your existence, okay? When you are genuine in your existence, then you will have a more fulfilled life. I don't believe in organized religion, okay? That's just who I am, because I grew up a Catholic, and I talk about this in my book. I don't believe it because that's what my parents believe, and that's what my parents wanted me to believe. And did they really believe it, or was it something that was a learned response? So I did a lot of internal soul searching over the last 40 years or 50 years to understand myself. And it took a long time for me to discern who I am and what I am, because all that junk was put into me, okay? I say it's junk now. Maybe to you it's not, which is fine. I mean, that's who you are, or is it? So that's the question. That's the question. This video, who are you? And are you being truthful to yourself? So understanding that concept, understanding that character, or that ability to be able to go dig into yourself and say, this is who I am. Back to the original question, why am I who I am? When you figure out why, you'll understand yourself better. You're going to go, I get it. Now I know why I do the things I do. Now I know why I want the things I want. Because it's been instilled in you, okay? So, but when we go into the perception of belief, how it really works. When I was saying it's not something you just get out of the ether, it's not something you just pull out of the air like, oh, I believe this and boom, it's going to come true. It's that your perception in your mind finds it when you're out in the world and you go, oh, there's that mailbox, as I talked about, or there's those tables, as I talked about in the other video. And also, if you hadn't watched the first video, watch that and then come back to this one, and you'll understand where I'm going with this. So when you understand yourself internally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and when I say spiritually, I'm not talking in sense of religion. I'm talking, we all have an internal source, or spirit, or soul, or energy, or essence. You can give it any label you want to give it. In my book, I call it source. The reason I call it source in my book, and for me, is because when I say spirit, people think about religion. Common Point's not a religion, it's a philosophy, okay? If I use the word soul, people think in terms of religion, or in a connection to religion, that you have a soul. I'm not saying we don't have a soul, I'm just saying I'm giving it a different identity, okay? Because I don't want to go down the religious path with my philosophy. And I don't want people to misunderstand what I'm trying to teach or share or give to you as far as what I've discovered. So, when you can find your internal truth, this is why I am, this is what I want to be, or I want to become, if I'm not that, then you will become a better person internally. When you become a better person internally and you know yourself that well, that will start to reflect with everything that you do. And that will start, for lack of a better word, put out a vibe to other people that you know that you are connected to yourself. When you are connected to yourself and you understand yourself, I'm going to quote something that says this in the Bible, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not going down the religious path, but the Bible has a lot of great information in it. Know thyself. The better you know thyself, the better you will be as a human being, and the better you will treat other human beings and the universe as a whole. Okay? So, back to the perception of belief, how it works. Remember I was saying I built a hall, and I said I bought a house, and you could find the car. Let's take another example. Let's say you are looking for a job, okay? You want to find a job. Your perception is job. But you need, like I said earlier in the other video, you have to think in deeper terms of just finding a job. So your perception, you need to write down what kind of job. See yourself at the job. See yourself working there. Also, I want you to take it to the next level. I want you to don't look at it as a job. I want you to look at it as an opportunity, okay? You're not going to a job, you're going to an opportunity. Because that job, as I said, and we're going to call it opportunity from now on, that opportunity will open up doors for you to do what you should be doing in your life, okay? So don't think of it as a job, think of it as an opportunity. That opportunity will open up the pathways for your perception of belief to unfold. Second tip with perception of belief, how it works. If you are going to association, let's go into associate. If you're going to associate yourself with other people, with other organizations, with other companies, with other mindsets, okay? Try to put yourself in association with things that are a few notches above you, no lower than equal than you. I'm not saying that you're better than them or it. I'm saying put yourself in a position to mingle with people that will get you to the next level, okay? What you associate with, you will become on a regular basis. It doesn't matter what it is. So if I'm talking about perception of belief, how it really works, it has a lot to do with association as well. So if you are associated with not great people, or you're associated with not well-to-do people, I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying that if you are associated with those situations, that's where you're going to stay. So associate yourself with wealth. Associate yourself with opportunity. Associate yourself with education, better education. Associate yourself with things that are going to bring you to that next level where your perceptions will change and your perceptions about yourself will change. And when your perceptions about yourself will change, you will start to see, back in the beginning of this video, your true essence, who you are, who you truly are, who you can become, okay? It's not necessarily about who you are today, it's about what you want to become tomorrow, or what you need to become tomorrow, okay? So, bottom line is association creates progress, okay? Progress creates growth. Growth creates harmony within you. As long as we are moving or growing, we're usually happy, okay? One last thing I want to share with you in this video, and I don't want to make it too long. We're going in about 15 minutes now. And I'm going to ask you a question, and I know I'm kind of all over the map in this particular video, but I'm just going to throw a lot at you, and hopefully some stuff sticks. When I do a workshop and I do a class, a lot of times I'll open a class with this. I'll hold my hand up and I'll say, "Is my hand moving?" And people go, no. And I'm going, "Look at my hand. Is my hand moving?" And they kind of go, "Well, no." I'm going, "Okay, I don't mean like this. Is my hand moving?" So what I'm trying to get you to understand in your mind, look deeper or farther than my hand. Don't just see my hand. See within my hand. Meaning, see within the particles, the atoms, and the structure, and the essence of the hand. You know? So, if there's atoms and particles and essence in this hand that give it life, then there's a deeper thing than just this hand. And what I'm saying is, everything in the universe is moving. Everything's moving all the time. The particles, or what makes up this hand, is moving. Okay? The furniture behind me, the molecules in that wood are moving. The air is moving. The planet is moving. Everything moves. Okay? So if I put this in my book, and I'm not sure what chapter it's in. It might be chapter 5 or 7. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But anyway, if you are moving emotionally, meaning emotion, connecting, like your emotions are connected positively. If you are moving emotionally, physically, if you're moving physically, taking care of yourself, your health, understanding yourself, being mindful of yourself, emotionally, physically, spiritually, like I said, I use that word as a metaphor. Spiritually meaning you got to believe in a higher existence than yourself. You're not above everything. You're part of everything, okay? So you need to believe in a higher existence, okay? I'm not going to get into religion because I don't want to go down that path, because I don't have the it's not my right to do that, okay? But it is my belief that we need to understand there is a higher calling, there is a higher power. Like I said, I call it source, I call it essence, whatever. If you're connected to those, you can't fail. You're just not going to fail because you're focused. I get really wrapped up and really get going. And if you ever come to see me live at one of my lectures or one of my seminars, it's pretty cool because we really get into this big time. And I get going, and I will pull somebody out of the audience, and I'm going, boom, you know, I am going to get you. I'm going to get you focused, and I'm going to get you where you need to be. And so I'm trying to convey that through a 20-minute video. And so when I was talking about your perceptions, your perception of belief, how it works, all these things, that all of it really boils down to your self-truth, what you believe about yourself. When you get a positive belief about self, when you know yourself, I mean really nail it. Like, I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what kind of relationship I want. I know what kind of world I want to live in. I know what kind of whatever. When you know that, when you can nail that down, everything happens. It just happens because you see it. It's now your perception. Okay? We're getting there. Sorry for me being a little frustrated. It's really hot in the studio, and I'm here in Winter Park, Florida. It's got to be like, I don't know, 4,000 degrees outside. I was going to do yard work, go out and just kind of punch in the yard, and forget about it. I'm just going to come in the studio and do my thing. And the lawn service is starting next door, so I'm going to cut it short. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to my videos. Look on either up there, over there, down here, in here, over there, wherever it could be on my other videos. And thank you very much. You guys are amazing. Thanks for following me. Thanks for following my thoughts and my understanding. And I promise you, the book is going to be out this coming year. And you guys are great. Love you. Have a good day. Bye now.